What is up? I wanted to talk about caffeine pills and why I believe they are so much better than other sources of caffeine. But before I do that, make sure you press that red button that says subscribe, and there's a little bell. Just gently tap the bell and YouTube will notify you every time I post a video. And I don't know what is better than that. Maybe pizza? Or pizza and ice cream with sushi? I would say, okay, so press the bell notification if you don't have pizza, sushi, and ice cream with you right now. Then just press that bell notification. All right, with that being said, I want to talk about the top 4 reasons why I believe I'm such a big fan of caffeine pills, right? Like, other people might not like caffeine pills as much as I do, might not even be aware of caffeine pills. I have, I've been using caffeine pills since I was 18, 19. I'm 34, so 15 years roughly. And there's 4 major reasons why I use caffeine pills. First of all, it's less work. It's less effort. Think about like drinking a cup of coffee or drinking an energy drink. Like it's like actual effort you have to exert. And I understand, right? Like, this is from my POV, my point of view. Some people enjoy that. So for them, it's not an effort, right? They enjoy drinking coffee. They enjoy energy drinks, which I do enjoy energy drinks too. However, I'll touch on that in another point. It's 1,000 times more convenient. So this is point number 2. It's so much more convenient. As you can see, I have 3 bottles of caffeine pills. And generally speaking, I will keep one in here in my kitchen. I'll keep one in the bag I bring with me when I go to work for my lunch. And sometimes I keep one in my gym bag, and sometimes I keep one in my car. So it all depends on the time of year, how many I will have with me or where they will be. But almost always have at least 2 bottles around, one here and one in my lunch bag. And that makes it so much easier if you want like the pick me up, right? Like if you want that energy, to just open your bag up and grab one. Versus like having to go make a cup of coffee or go get a cup of coffee or something like that. It's just super duper convenient. Again, that goes to, I guess, being more efficient, where I don't want to take the effort to fucking drink a cup of coffee or any of that. These are obviously interrelated. The last 2, which I think are actually the biggest reasons, time and the cost of it. So time, right? I can just get these from Amazon. By the way, if you want, or if you like caffeine pills, I'll put a link for the same ones I get at Walmart. I just get them from. So think about, like, if you want to get these, right, versus if you want to get an energy drink or coffee, going to go make a cup of coffee in the kitchen takes time, right? Or going to the store to get a cup of coffee, like Starbucks or something like that, or in the store to get an energy drink or gas station or whatever the case is, takes your time to do that. This you can order from Amazon, and it takes no time. Like, that's it. You just click, you look at your recent orders, and you just reorder that shit. It's just way, way easier. There is that time you have to go to the mailbox to get it. But I would argue that you have to go to the mailbox anyway, periodically. I don't know about you guys. Let me know down below in the comments. But I check my mail maybe like twice a week, maybe. I don't know who fucking checks the mail every day. I spend that way for several years now. I don't have any reason to check my mail. Now, the last thing is it's way, 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 way fucking cheaper And if you, so a cup of coffee, right? So if you were to drink a cup of coffee, because there's plenty of people who go buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So you spend $3. That's like a large or something like that. Assuming you're not getting one of the fancy ones, $3 for a coffee, and you do that, during the week, Monday through Friday, and the weekends you make coffee. So we're not even going to consider that. That's $780 explicit, not the implicit cost of your time or the opportunity cost of you could be doing something that makes money. That's just the explicit cost. That's what it actually out of your pocket. That doesn't count the depreciation on your vehicle, the wear and tear on the vehicle, or the opportunity cost of your time that you could spend it more productively. You getting a higher ROI of your time, right? That doesn't consider any of that, right? And you're like, well, $780 is really not that much money. Okay, I agree. $780 is not a tremendous amount of money, but play that out in perpetuity, and you do that for 20 years, and that's almost 16 grand. I don't know. I have better things I could spend my money on personally. To each their own. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Some people like dumping money down the drain. I'm just kidding. Do you though? Seriously, if it's something that you get value out of, then that's what you should do, right? I don't get any value out of drinking coffee, clearly. That same thing for caffeine is only $18.20. Like one of these is like 7 cents per pill. That's crazy cheap. So then if you had to pay for shipping, right? Then figure 10 cents, right? Instead of 7 cents, it's 10 cents per pill on average. And that's still like $26 for the year versus $780. I mean, even if you didn't do this every day like I do, you could take twice as much or 18 times as much because the cost is different. Or you could do some type of balance between the two, right? If it was something you're trying to, like, you could test it out and see, and especially when you, from the finance side, right? Because I like the numbers. If you consider this, if you had the thought that, that's really not that much money, $3, $15 a week, that's really not that much money. I agree with you, and when you think about it that way, and you do this, right, and you're spending your $3 on your Monster or whatever it is that you get per day, I would bet you do this in plenty of other categories of your life. And $780 might not be a tremendous amount of money on an annual basis. However, when you do that just 2 other times, that's $2,400 annually, roughly. And if you do that 5 times, right, that's $4 fucking grand, $3,900 roughly. So I would expect that if you think about it that way, there's probably multiple other areas where you do the same thing in your life. So just being more cognizant of these things has a big effect, especially if you were to do that in 5 separate categories and save $800 in each one on an annual basis, and you have $4,000 at the end of the year. I think you could probably, even if you took $2,000 and you put it in towards your debt or towards savings or towards retirement, took another $2,000 and went on vacation, you know what I mean? And then just think about that value proposition of the ROI of the vacation versus the ROI of what you're doing on a daily basis in the macro versus micro, and think about it that way. Complete tangent, nothing to do with caffeine pills. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and press that thumbs up button. Reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. I will try to find the link for this and throw it in the descriptions if anybody is interested. and or has any questions. I generally take somewhere in the neighborhood of, on a very low day, 200 milligrams, on a super high day, maybe 1,000 milligrams a day. So that would be 1 cup of coffee to, say, 5 cups of coffee. So just to give you context of what 200 versus 1,000 milligrams means. Anyways, don't forget to press that thumbs up button. Peace.